welcome to Merrimack Pentecostal Church. We're glad you came in to join us today as we begin to worship the Lord and find a wonderful opportunity to give Him praise and honor and glory. If you would take a moment to reach down at the bottom of your Facebook and just hit like, we appreciate it so much to let us know that you're there, that we can see that you're there. We appreciate it. We're starting off the service tonight with Thy loving kindness is better than life. Thy loving kindness is better than life. Thy loving kindness is better than life. Praise Thee, thus shall I bless Thee. I will lift up my hand in Thy name. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. My lips shall praise Thee, thus will I bless Thee. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. I will lift up my hands to Thy name. My lips shall praise Thee, thus will I bless Thee. I will lift up my hands to Thy name. Thy loving kindness is better than life. Thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise Thee, thus will I bless Thee. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. I will lift up my hands to Thy name. I will lift up my hands to Thy name. With Thy mouth I will praise Thee. I will lift up my hand to Thy name. Praise the Lord. He is also one to be praised, and He's one to run to in the midst of a storm. You got a storm going on in your life, run to Him tonight. Shelter yourself in the rock that won't be moved by the winds or waves. Shelter yourself in a time of storm and let Him be there to guide you, protect you, and take you to a weary land. Let's sing that together. Sheltered in a time of storm. praise to him. If you have a prayer, just lift your hand right up to the Lord right now. Tell him all about it. Tell him about it. Let him know what's going on in your life. Let him know what you have need of. He's got an ear towards this earth, waiting for those that honestly cry out of the heart to him. So lift up your heart to him right now and let him know what's going on. Ask him to come down. Well, there are folks that are going through difficult times now, and they're in all sorts of phase and fashion. Some are medical things, heart surgeries coming up. Some are going through difficult moments, going into the hospital today, and they need a touch of the Lord. And there are others round about, they're at home, but they need a touch of the Lord. They need healing in their body. Let's pray for them tonight, that God will touch them, lift them up, encourage them, and give them a brighter day tomorrow. That when the sun comes up, that they'll be doing a whole lot better. And we want to praise the Lord for his keeping power. Well, we're coming down to nighttime, and we pretty much made it to another day, and we want to just thank the Lord for the day that the Lord has given us, and give him honor and praise for all he's done for us. And let me just thank you for being with us by Facebook tonight and YouTube. We thank you so much for taking time out to get aside with the Lord and let your life be blessed by him. He's the one that blesses us. He's the one that walks with us. He's the one we depend upon. So just thank him for the opportunity to do that. Not everybody can do that tonight. And those that can't, we need to share with them. Call somebody. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that you're praying for them. And we give thanks to the Lord for his blessings. And so much that you're doing as God's people, as you're reaching out and touching lives. Thank you so much for doing that. And we give you the honor for doing that. Let's go to him in prayer now. Father, we come to you in the precious name of Jesus. We come knowing and understanding that not everyone is home safe and sound tonight. Some are in their hospital rooms, some are soon going to hospital rooms. But God, we just ask that you'll come down and you'll begin to bless them. And Lord, that you'll begin to lift them up. And Lord, those that are afraid tonight, and God, that you'll come down and lift that fear off of them. And give them a peace that passes all understanding. By the end of this service tonight, those that are in fear and doubt and dread tonight, lift their hearts up and help them see that you'll walk with them. Help them see that you're right with them, even though they go through strange and difficult places, that you're with them. God, we give you thanks tonight. We give you thanks for those that you're touching and healing. We give you thanks for those that have been healed by your wonderful hand. We give you thanks, Lord, for your keeping power. We give you thanks, Lord, for keeping your hand upon this church body and giving them strength in these days. And we give you thanks, Lord, for those that work so hard and earnestly to get the work of God done, and we give you praise for it. We give you thanks, Lord, for those that are watching us by Facebook tonight and later on tonight by YouTube. And God, as you come down and touch their lives, and Lord, that you'll restore their soul, that you'll lift them up, and that God, that you'll bring strength to them and bring healing to the sick bodies and calmness to the spirit. God, we give you thanks. There's none like unto you. We give you glory and honor for all that you've done and all that you're going to do, because we know that nothing gets done unless you do it. We give you praise and honor for it. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Praise his name. Well, praise the Lord. We're going to sing one more. Jesus is the sweetest name I know. And if you're going through things and you're trying to figure out where to turn and which way to go, I want to tell you, Jesus is the sweetest name I know. He's the one that I can go to. He's the one I can depend upon. He's the one you can depend upon. Look to him. Call upon him, and he will answer you. God will be with you through the most difficult points of your life. He is there. He's the sweetest name I know. Jesus is the sweetest name I know, and he's just the same as his lovely name. That's the reason why I love him so, for Jesus is the GPS on just to make sure that things are the way they ought to be. Like coming down tonight, we were reminded that exit 105 was going to be closed today, so we bailed off a little early, came across some side roads to get here tonight. You know, there's some things that you just ought to do. There's some things you ought to check out to make sure that you're on the right road. And sometimes when we do it and you stick it in, it's just not all that simple, because if you got an old GPS, sometimes my old GPS would run me around in circles and take me out in the middle of nowhere, and you wonder, what in the world is wrong with this thing? And then sometimes you get one that, like in that car of ours, that when you get on it wants to know, do you want the most economical route? Do you want the shortest route? Or do you want the fastest route? And then there's a lot of other selections that are added to it. My phone, when I go to it, sometimes it'll ask me not just the shortest and the fastest, but it'll ask me if I want to avoid dirt roads and interstates or tolls. And there's all sorts of choices. And sometimes there's just too many choices that we have to go through. But in Matthew chapter 7, beginning in verse 13, reading just 2 verses tonight, and I'm going to repeat this in so many different ways tonight. You may think, well, he's going around in circles. Well, no, I just want you to hear it, and hear it, and hear it. I had a college professor that reminded me on occasion, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. And sometimes I got tired of hearing her say that. But, you know, the older I get, the more I understand. There's some things you just got to repeat to me a number of times before I get it. And this is one of those areas that you really need to get. If you haven't got it already, you really need to get this area. In Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, it says, enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many there be which go therein. And in verse 14, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way that leads unto life, few there be that find it. Few that there be that find it. Well, GPSs all the time tell us how much time it's going to take us, how much construction is along the way, how much the toll might be on that particular route, and what kind of traffic. I've got a GPS, and that thing, sometimes I just go, you were a little late telling me about traffic, because there's no place to get off from here and where it stops. And, you know, it's one of those, that's a lot of help now, thank you very much. And sometimes I get frustrated with that. And you know what, when we're planning a route, let's just be honest about it, most of the time we're looking for the swift and easy way to get there. We're programmed to think that way. We're programmed to think that if it's easiest and it's fastest, it's got to be the best. Well, when it comes to roadways, there's a few things that we really ought to know. For example, we ought to know how many people died on this stretch. There's a little section, I think it's in Tennessee, called Dragon's Tail, and a lot of bikers like to go there riding because there's a ton of curves in that thing. But if you go online and look, you'll discover how many bikers have died on that little piece of road. They have made mistakes and they have given their lives to ride that crooked piece of road. And how many injuries have been taking place on those pieces of road? Well, easier sometimes we think is better, but sometimes it's not all that it appears to be. Up in our area, up in Fort Chiswell area, there's a little place that's called Flying J, and a lot of truckers like to get off there at that exit, and when they do, I always get amused because it's invariably true that some trucker will go in to buy the cheaper gas, but when he comes out, he'll make the mistake that oftentimes turns into great frustration. Instead of going out and then making a right turn down the ramp, they come out the lower side and make the right turn. And it's a frontage road that goes down to a dead end of a cemetery where you have to do a U-turn. Think about it. It's not the shortcut. It's not the easy route. It's one that requires a U-turn. And sometimes in our life we take the wrong road. And the best advice is to turn around because where we're going is not taking us where we want to be. The entrance also looks so easy. It looks good. That broad gate. Look at that broad gate. It looks good. It's wide. It's plenty of room. It's spread out. It's open road. County reminds me of Interstate 81 northbound there at exit 118 A, B, and C. County humorous because if you know the area and you're in the area, you know that if you travel that section of road from 118 down to about mile marker 137, there are a lot of accidents that take place in the area. But the other side of that coin, if you leave past 118 going towards Roanoke and there's an accident, plan on being there a while because there's no place to get off short of Toronto. And if you don't know where you're at, you can't even get off there. Your next available exit that you can easily get off now would be Dixie Cavern. So, because it looks easier doesn't mean it's better. Because it looks like it's going to be faster doesn't mean it's better. In fact, there's some surprises that come with it. There's some big surprises that come with it. Not only is it wider, but it'll also tease you because there's no warning signs telling you the danger is laying ahead. There's no signs telling you that, oh, that 70-mile-an-hour speed limit that you're enjoying right now, as soon as you pass 118C and you can't get off, there's a little sign that comes up that says 65. And right after that, there's one that drops down as you approach Salem that says 60 miles an hour. You see, what looks like promise of good sailing turns into hills and valleys and traffic slowing down and backing up and other people flying by you like there's no tomorrow. And for some of them, it won't be. You see, Matthew 7:13 puts, enter the straight gate, enter the narrow gate. Well, you know, there are easy ways of doing things, and this world's full of places where people want to take the easy route. Well, there are some things that aren't always easy. There are some things that are tough choices, meaning there are narrow places. They're not easy places, and you can miss them. In fact, if you look at the gate, one's broad, one's easy to find, but the other is very narrow. It's not easy to find. I can remember when in our college days, we were headed down to pick up a cousin down in Bristol. And we would go down and hit 19 and go over the mountains and pop out on the other side and slip on down to Emmanuel College. Well, we got so busy one time going over the mountains, worshiping the Lord and singing songs. The direction we wanted to go, we didn't go. Well, we just kept going, and the road kept getting smaller and smaller, and we started running into snow. And finally, when we got to the top of the mountain, I looked over and started laughing because we weren't anywhere close to where we needed to be. I looked over and yonder on the next mountain was Grandfather's Mountain. I went, well, I can get us there from here. But this is not where we want to be. So there's times that we take the wrong road and we need to make up our mind to get back where we belong and get on the road that matters. It doesn't look like all that it has a whole, but I want to tell you what, those narrow roads offer some beautiful scenery. There's some roads around here that a lot of people never drive by because they're not easy roads, they're not flexible roads, they're not broad roads, and they don't want to drive those tiny roads, but they're roads of hope, they're roads of beauty, they're roads of understanding. And when you use that term narrow, that narrow gate, it means there's obstacles standing close by. It's not easy to get through. In fact, you may only clear that entranceway by just a little bit to get on that road. And sometimes when we talk about Christianity, people say, well, you know, it's too narrow, it's too complicated, it's too difficult. And we wonder, why would people want to do that? Well, because of the destination. It's narrow. It may not look easy. It may not look like it has much promise, and it may look tight. But let me tell you something. That narrow road, even though it has trouble, the road with trials and trouble, there is one that will go with you on that road. You're not going to find on the broad road. On that broad road, you'll find others that have wrecked, and others that are injured, and others that are torn. But on that narrow road, you'll find one that will never leave you nor forsake you. Well, the business of life gives us two choices. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 says, but wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to, look at that word, destruction. And many there be which go thereat. It leads to destruction. Leads to destruction. We look at the road and we think, man, that's a big awesome road, and we're just going to go for it. And by looking at it, it it calls us to take our guard down because we don't understand what's ahead. We don't understand what lies at the other end of that road. Being carried away by how wide and how carefree that we can find ourselves, we make the mistake of taking the wrong choice. That narrow way, while it's tight and sometimes lonely and challenging, is the way that leads to life. One leads to destruction, the other one leads to life. Which one did you choose? Which one will you give time to? The one that God says is, look for the narrow gate and the narrow road. Look for that one that's not traveled by a lot of people, that people pass up because they think it's too hard and too difficult. But on that narrow road, you have help. On that broad road, you're on your own. Take a choice. Which one do you want? The one that leads to life or the one that leads to destruction? Well, in verse 13 it says, "Or wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many there be which go thereat." It's a wide gate. The access point is easy. Well, I just want you to stop and think about that for a moment. The easier it is, the more we like it because we don't have too much trouble. Where I live, I have 3 accesses to I-81. And all of them about an equal distance. And it's easy access. And because they're easy access, it's an easy choice. But on the other side of the coin, there's some awful good roads that lead down the frontage path. And some of them lead out through the country that are wonderful roads to travel. The wide gate, you can't miss it. It offers no resistance to get on. It is well traveled. And that famous story, everybody's doing it. Well, not everybody's doing it, but a lot of people are doing it. You want a place to go that you're not going to be lonely? Get on the wide path. Get on that one that there's a lot of people traveling in and understand they're all headed the same way. You see, the business of life, we get 2 choices. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. God says, "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live." God wants you to choose life. God wants you to take the narrow road. God wants you to take the road that you'll be blessed. God wants you to take the road that you can avoid the death. God wants you to choose life. We entered the straight gate. Well, let me take you back a few years ago. I had a friend of mine tell me a story of himself. And he said back when they were building I-81, and many of you remember those days, there were just sections of it being built. And he said, "I went flying down the road, and I was enjoying the open spaces, and I wasn't paying any attention." And he said, "The next thing I heard was gravel flying, dirt flying, and the sound of metal, and I came just short of going off the end of an unfinished bridge." Well, because it's a broad way doesn't mean there aren't hazards. Because it's an easy way doesn't mean that it can't end in destruction. And we need to pay attention to it. We need to pay attention to what road we're on. If you're on the wrong road tonight, you need to turn around and go back. You need to get onto the other side and head back into the direction where you can follow God's road. Take the road less traveled. Take the road that will feel a little lonely at times. Take the road that doesn't look so easy sometimes. And let God bless your life. He will always be there. Will it be easy? The answer to that is no. Will it be without difficulty? The answer to that is no. But God will help you through your troubled times. With that map in your hand, choose the road. Choose life. Choose Christ as your Savior. Choose Christ and let Him guide you down the path of life. Choose Christ. Choose His words. Choose what He wants you to do. Choose following Him. It leads to life everlasting. To choose anything else is to choose destruction. Is to choose a life that's going to end in disaster, and the choice is yours. And God says, I set before you life and death. Which will you choose? Which one will you pick? Which one will you make yours? Which one will you call what God wants for your life? God wants you to choose life. He says, choose life. Call up on His name tonight. And call for him to save your soul. Call him to make you right. Call upon him that you get on that straight and narrow path. Not that wide, easy road, but the one that leads to life, not the one that leads to destruction. He calls you to a road that leads to life. He wants you to have life and to have it more abundantly. Listen to his call. He says, I set heaven and earth on record that I've given you a choice between life and death. Choose the wrong road and death is certain. Choose the right road and life eternal waits on you. My friend, there's coming a day that we're all going to walk out of this world, and if you've chosen the wrong road, you're going to end up in destruction, eternal destruction. But if you choose the road to follow Jesus Christ, you will find life and find it eternal in his presence. If you have not chosen him, do so tonight. Drop us a note. Let us know you've done that. Just drop us a note. Say, pray for me. I'm giving my life to Jesus tonight. I'm making him Lord and Savior. You can send me a private note by messenger or whatever you need to do, but do that. But take time to say, Lord, here am I. Save me. Wash my sins away. Put me on the narrow road. I know it's not going to be easy, but I know that you'll go with me and you will help me to attain eternal life. Now, Father, I come to you in the precious name of Jesus, the name that is above every name, the one that we come to because you went to the cross and died for us. Lord, I lift up my hands to you to worship you. And Lord, even though the broad path looks so generous at times, we know and we understand that the one that's going to count is the one that leads to life everlasting. Lord, I pray for those that have not made that decision tonight, that this will be the night. This will be the night they say, yes, Lord. I surrender myself to you. Yes, Lord. I want you to be Lord of my life. Yes, Lord, I take the narrow gate. It's a small gate. It's a difficult gate at times. And I know it's going to be trying at times, but I know you'll help me. That other road, Lord, even though it looks awesome and generous at the front end, I know at the end of it is destruction. Know at the end of it is disaster. God, I don't want that. I want life. And I want life more abundantly. And Father, I pray right now those that have asked you to come into their life, that your presence will fall afresh and you will move. Those that have walked with you for years, Lord, I ask that you'll lift them up and strengthen them and remind them of how good you are. How many times they've carried you out of the valleys, and how many times you have carried them up to the mountaintop, and how many times they have found peace in the midst of the storm. Help them to remember how great their God is, how awesome you have been. And when others would have been shipwrecked, you kept them afloat. And now, Lord, I pray in the name of Jesus. And God, these days that are ahead, for those that are in the hospital, going to the hospital, I pray, Lord, that you'll come down and bring peace in their heart. I pray that, Lord, that you'll come down and prepare the hearts and the minds, and Lord, that they'll have a certainty in their life that you're right there with them through these troubled times. Oh, the way may be narrow, the way may be tight, but you promised never to leave us or forsake us. Lord, I pray right now that they'll feel that comforting hand. Lord, they'll find the shelter in the time of storm. They'll find your loving kindness is truly better than life. They'll find that you're right there, Lord. And God, I give you thanks and praise. Surround us, Lord,